Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and welcome to another relationship advice episode. I couldn't think of anything else to talk about. I need to write down some more ideas. I can't be doing random talks, ask Reddit's relationship advice. I mean, it's all good ideas, but eventually you have to change it up. So, anyways, starting off with the first story. Whoever wrote this deleted their Reddit page, huh? That's strange, but anyways, let's go ahead and read it. I informed the husband of the woman my dad was having an affair with, and she got beaten up. I informed the husband of the wife. Oh, okay. So, yeah, domestic violence type situation. Okay, so, anyways, continuing the reading the story. On my birthday, I discovered my dad was cheating on my mom with a woman. I'll call her Rachel. A message popped up on his phone, and I didn't recognize the name, so I opened it. I was shaken on what I saw. Videos, pictures, and disgusting messages. They even made fun of my mom and her speech impediment. Wow. That's messed up. That's messed up. It sounds like that dad don't want to be married to that woman anymore. I mean, if you going out doing stuff, cheating on her, and not only cheating on her, but making fun of her on top of that, yeah, that sounds like a divorce. But anyways, I was so enraged that I took pictures and found her husband on Facebook. I used a fake account and told him everything. A few days later, I cooled down and confronted my dad about it and told my mom. She was sobbing and my dad didn't deny it, but it was remorseful. He confessed and told us that somehow Rachel's husband found out and beat her from an inch of her life. I didn't believe him. I thought he was saying that to lessen the situation. Late at night, I went on her account and it was flooded with condolences and get betters. Wow. I feel really guilty, but a small part of me doesn't. I didn't know her husband was crazy. I contributed to this woman being hurt. Should I confess for what I did or just leave it? Edit, I'm a girl, by the way, and there's a lot of internet tough guys here. Huh. You know, I would probably confess to it because at the time being, yes, you were upset. So, like, I don't see why it would be a problem for you. Like, it wasn't like you knew. You just seen that your dad was cheating on your mom. Like, I don't know everybody's personal lives or what they got going on in their lives or whether a person's crazy or not. So, I definitely would. And, but it's like, this isn't my fault, or I'm not going to take the blame. Like, I don't know. I guess a part of me would feel bad. Like, dang, like, you know, like, this woman got beat up and things. But, I mean, like, these guys were doing the cheating. And I feel like people should know the consequences behind a person cheating. This person can go crazy, beat up people, kill people. Like, the thing is, let's say you didn't know and this went on for a longer period of time, but then eventually the guy did know and then he went and killed your dad. So, like, I would imagine that you two did have a conversation, but this could have completely went down a different way. So, therefore, I'm like, yeah, he could have very well killed this woman too. I guess, like, yeah, beating her within an inch of her life and things, but yeah, part of me would feel bad, but on the other hand, I'm just all like, you guys shouldn't have been cheating. This woman wouldn't have got beaten up, okay? And, like, the mom wouldn't be sobbing and crying. So, I wouldn't feel bad about telling. I'll probably feel bad at the fact that, yeah, she did get beaten up. But I'm like, hey, like, y'all shouldn't have been cheating. Therefore, none of this stuff would have happened. And I'm like, so technically it is the dad's fault. I'm like, you were just being a good person, letting people know and warning people, hey, there's a cheater in the house. So I'm saying, like, you can't take the blame for everything. Maybe some things, but anyways. Next one. Is it weird that my boyfriend has a second phone I'm blocked on? Yes. I don't even need to read this story to answer that question. Yes. Why does he has it? unless he's a drug dealer, because I'm like, maybe he might be on some like Kevin Gates situation. I don't know, but if that's not normal. That's not normal. But let's read it anyways. So basically, he has a second secret phone which he has me blocked on. Since he has me blocked on WhatsApp on. Since he has me blocked on WhatsApp. Okay. Alright, moving on. Last time I confronted him about it, he says he just uses it to message his mother and sister as they have him blocked on his other phone. Is this weird to anyone else? Every time I bring it up, he just says I'm being insecure, and if he wanted to be with someone else, he could be, and could even do it without me knowing a thing. Why would he even say some stuff like that? The man's cheating. If not, he's a drug dealer. But that relationship. So I found this all. So I'm continuing on what she said. I found this all just to be a deflection. Why is there a need to be like this? I never said he's hiding anything. I just want to understand why he feels he has to be like this. He also has me blocked from his Instagram too because he says I would get funny about what people comment on his photos. Yeah, he's cheating. Point blank simple. Cheating or he's a drug dealer. But yeah, that's like two fast ones. That was quick to read off those two. But yeah, I'm like, is it weird that he has you blocked? What do you think? Like, if my girlfriend had me blocked on, if she has two phones, I'm like, something ain't right there. Like, I can understand maybe one being a work phone and then another being, but I'm like, no, I need to see what's going on. I'm like insecure. Like, no, I need to see what's going on. You have a second phone and then I'm blocked on that phone, but not on the other one. Something's not right with that picture. So, therefore, I'd say it's probably in best interest to probably end that relationship because he's leading you into a world of trouble. So, anyways, another one of those I'm not reading those original postings. Like that's a little bit too much. But anyways, next one, is it weird that my boyfriend tracks my period? He probably doesn't want kids, maybe, I don't know, but I would say that's a little bit weird. I think that a woman should track her periods, not a man tracking his woman's periods and stuff. But anyways, this could be reading what she said, this could be a dumb question, I don't know. He tracks it because he says he wants to know when to bring me snacks or something hot for my cramps, or when to annoy me less. One of my friends said it was creepy, and now I've been thinking about it like that. He threw that in place where it's like he just wants to know like when to approach you and when not to approach you. I guess I can maybe understand that, but I don't think he should be tracking your periods. I feel like that whenever your period starts, then maybe you should tell him. I don't know, but that's kind of weird. That's weird. That is I'm like I wouldn't trust no guy like that. He'd be doing some weird stuff on the low. But anyways, my spouse is the worst part of my day. Wow. Let's read this. Okay. It's a long one too. So anyways, it's really long. This might just be the final part. I don't know. But anyways, let's read it. I love my husband. I feel like I need to start off by saying that we met online in 2012 and got married in 2017. Okay, that's cool. He was in the UK and went through the immigration process, so we didn't get a chance to live together until 2018. That is when I realized how well he was hiding his depression. So wait a minute, what? If his depression is like you don't even. Okay, let's just read what, because I'm like I might have to go in on the person that's writing this, but anyways, he is probably the most negative person I know. I feel like his brain latches onto bad things and he just can't get over them. I don't know what to do. It's exhausting. I spent most of my adult life rewiring my brain to not be negative and not to focus on the bad things, especially the things that I can't control. But he is constantly reminding me, hey, you have $75,000 in medical debt you'll never be able to get out of. Our dogs peed on the floor and they never are going to stop doing this. And our house is going to be disgusting. I don't know. I'm trying to like read this. I'm like, okay, like I don't know whose side to be on in this. But I'm like, it's something I feel like I wouldn't have to remind them of. Like that's something that they already know. And the dogs, I'm like, there are dog trainers. Like, shoot, call Caesar 911 or something. Like, you can easily control that and things. Get some doggy pads and stuff and put them around the house. But anyways, like, I'm pretty sure you guys, like, the outside world still exists in things. But anyways, the bad things are totally valid reasons to be upset. But it's like, that's all he sees and he can't move on from them. I'm also just a sensitive person. I try to train myself to consider the person's motive before I let myself feel upset or insulted by something. Did they mean it maliciously? Was it a joke? What was their intentions when saying it? With my husband, I just don't understand his intentions. We just moved 2,000 miles to a new house, and we've been here about a week. We are still unpacking and sorting, but I am constantly reminding him that I am working on it. We are about to leave to run errands because miraculously we both have the same day off. And he walked out and said, I know there's nothing we can do about it now, but because we already moved, but I think you have too much stuff. You could have gotten rid of so much more. He then went on to tell me that I am a hoarder. Well, I mean, if you can't walk around your house, then that's one thing. But like, I feel like when you get to the hoarder stage is when you gotta like walk over things, climb over stuff. You're like watch an episode of Hoarders and you'll see what I'm saying. But like, if you guys can easily walk around the house and stuff with no problems, I wouldn't necessarily say all that. But yeah, it sounds like you got like a negative Nancy in your life. Yeah, I'm like, I definitely be all like, hey, like you guys stop with all that negativity, okay? Like, I'm like, or like, go to a room and be like, anytime you enter, like, no, you know what? No, like, once we enter this house, it's the positivity house. Okay, all that negativity, you're gonna have to leave it to yourself, leave it outside. But I'm like, I'm not here for all that. I'm like, I don't like negative people. I'm like, somebody like that, I feel like I wouldn't even want to be bothered with them. But it's like, that's your husband, so it's like, you have no choice. But I feel like, I sit down and talk to him about that. Or go seek out a marriage counselor, something, but anyways, I do have a lot of stuff. I collect owl figurines, action figures, and weird little decorative items. I also have a book collection, a coffee cup collection, and comic books. I don't know. It sounds like you like to collect things, but I wouldn't necessarily. If it's like unreasonable, like you got thousands of each, then yeah, then probably you need to get rid of some stuff. But yeah, it's like watch that TV show Hoarders, and then if you can watch that TV show and be like, oh dang, like I can relate to these guys, or like I'm just like these guys, then yeah, then that's probably when you need to call out one of those people so they can call up one of those 1-800 junk people and gather up some of them things. But anyways, everything I have serves a purpose, whether it is functional or literally is just there because it makes me smile. And right now it is in piles or boxes, but we just moved. I haven't found where I want to put everything yet. Asked him what specifically I should have gotten rid of, and literally the only thing he could say was a pillow that looks like a slice of kiwi, which I usually keep in our dog's bed. It's like, bro, you went on this. If he went on a rant about you being a hoarder, just for him to say that a pillow was the one that was making him like upset, or why he called you a hoarder, I'm like, bro, that's all you got? Like, that's all you had to tell me? all of it, like, she listed off all the things that could have possibly put her in the category as a hoarder. And he brought up a pillow. I don't know. I do not know. But anyways, where was I at? Found everything. One player asked him. Okay, so anyways, what was his motive in bringing this up? Why just randomly point out something he doesn't like about me? IDK, what to do? And for those that don't know what IDK means, that means I don't know. For those that don't know, now you know. But anyways, I'm so happy. I'll have a great day. I love my new job. The drive's home. Did I miss something? Like, she just went on a whole thing about, like, she's happy and having a great day. I don't know. The drive home will be beautiful, and then he gets home and he just randomly spits things out like that, and it's just like, okay, the happy part of my day is over. Now is the time when my husband tells me the things he hates about his life and that I literally have no control of and cannot help. What do I do? No, I finally talked to him and seeing a doctor about getting some antidepressants. He is still anti-therapy. His appointment with the doc is next week. Okay, well, then there you go. Like, yeah, he didn't set up a doctor's appointment, and now he's going to get some antidepressant pills and stuff. Like, yeah, I definitely would have, like, probably seeked out that or some, a therapist or something or something. Like, yeah, but, yeah, I'm like, he's anti-therapy, but he got stuff, like, where he's complaining about everything that you do and everything around him. I'm like, nah, bro, you gonna have to see somebody, okay, because I'm not no therapist. So I'm, like, complaining to me about stuff. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it gets to a point where it's like if it's like a one-time thing, or if it's every once in a while or every blue moon when the person feels like they need to complain about stuff, I'm completely there for them. But if it's like a everyday thing where they want to find everything sad, everything depressing, they want to complain about stuff and all that, I'm like, nah. My phone just went off. Where is it? Somewhere behind me. I heard it too. Okay, yeah, it's a friend of mine's. Shout out to Priscilla. But anyways, so yeah, but I would definitely, I'm like, nah, bro, you need some therapy. It's like you over here saying like, oh, I'm anti-therapy and stuff. No, you are pro-therapy. You need some therapists in your life right now. But anyways, ooh, this one looks crazy. So to update, but it ain't got no link. Dope. All right, so it's like I don't know if okay, there you go. I needed to like pop my back because it felt like it was like just something uncomfortable and things. But anyways, update, my girlfriend admitted to me that she sexted a guy. We've broken up. Dang. She admitted to it. I mean, like, if she randomly came out and told you, then I guess, like, I don't know. Like, if it's something where you found out about it, then I feel like I don't know. It's your choice. We need to take a break, or you need to get everything out of your system right now before me and you get into a relationship, because I'm not going to be in a relationship while you out here talking to other guys and things. That's not my thing. I don't roll like that. So therefore I'm like, yeah, you got to get all that situated out. But I think it's probably best. Let's see what he had to say. Well, you guys called it, and I should have listened. About 2 weeks ago, my now ex-girlfriend admitted to me that she sexted a guy from England. At the time, I didn't know what to do, so I turned to her to ask her some advice. Most of you guys said that the relationship was as good as dead, but I wasn't really willing to believe that at the time. Cut to today, we had a nice long chat about how she's been so distant with me lately, and it came that she no longer loves me. It hasn't for quite some time, but was too scared to tell me. So yeah, I'm currently sleeping on the couch with the dog. Wish I listened to you guys, but lesson learned. Wow, that's kind of messed up. I'm like, that's somewhere I'm like, no, I don't want to be in it. Like, no, tell me. Like, I don't care whether you're scared or not. I don't want you to be talking to other guys when you're with me and things. I'm like coming home telling you I love you freaking all the, like, a bunch of different times throughout the day just for you to go out and, like, sex some guy from England. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, that ain't cool. That's not cool. I'm like, yeah, I don't understand. I'm like, afraid to tell somebody that you're cheating. Then don't cheat or end the relationship. But like, don't do like, I would rather for you to tell me that the relate like what she pretty much said, like the whole chat and things. I would have rather to seen that first than for you to come out and tell me that you was sexting another guy and stuff. Like that's not, yeah, that like that's kind of messed up and things. So yeah, it's probably good. Like yeah, she's no longer in love with you and all that stuff. Then yeah, it's probably good y'all ended that. But anyways, next one, my wife came to see me once only with our son while I was in the hospital for 7 days. Huh. Let's read. Maybe it's hard for her to see you in that state. I know it's hard for me to see people in certain states and things, so that could be the reason. But anyways, I am recently diagnosed diabetic, and this was the first time I'd been ill with an awful virus while diabetic, and it was a very odd experience. I took the usual amount of insulin despite not eating and then still end up throwing up loads more than normal. Long story short, I'm in the hospital for so long as I was recovering for a severe virus, and they wanted to make sure I was fully good. This is the UK, so it's free. Oh. Wait, freaking the hospital care is free? Bro, I might have to live out in UK. Freaking out here in the US, you're going to end up paying a good portion of whatever money you plan on that you have now and in the future. Just to, yeah, wow, that's crazy. That's actually cool. Shout out to the UK, but anyways, during my time in the hospital, my wife brought my son over once and I missed him loads. I saw my wife literally at one time every night. Was an excuse like too much marketing to do. She's a teacher, or there's a show on, or that she's with her mates at our place. Yeah, I think I'm done. Wait a minute, what? I don't care. Look. There's friends, family that I would miss TV shows for if I knew that they were in the hospital. Like because I'm watching wrestling right now. There was okay. To tell you guys a little story about like me and my friends. The last time when like me and a very close friend of mine hung out. I just shouted her out earlier, but my good best friend Priscilla. So there's a Friday she we planned on hanging out. And it had dawned to me that wrestling had came on that same day. And I'm like, dang, I really don't want to miss wrestling, but I also haven't hung out with my friend in a while. Like I think when was the last time we hung out? Before that, I can't remember. I honestly, I can't actually. No, it was but it was like a long time before that. Like it's rare when I see her and things. So the times I do see her, I try to embrace that moment as much as I can. There was one time I think I did put off hanging out with her to watch wrestling and things, but I'm like, dang, like there's like. Not like, I mean, like, I don't know, we don't live, like, far away, but it's far enough to where it's, like, it's not like I can, like, go, like, right down the street, or then there's her house and things, like, no, I'm gonna have to, like, travel sometime and things, and so, and plus, I don't even know where she lives. It's funny, she, like, drove me to her place, like, I feel like I forgot where she lived as soon as I stepped foot in my door. So I'm like, if she would be like, oh, like, you remember where I live, right? I'm like, no, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm being honest with you. I do not. I remember the inside of your house, but I don't remember. I remember the outside of how it looked, but the roads, it was dark out. I'm like, I'll follow a train track and see where that leads me and stuff, but I highly doubt that I'm going to find her house. But anyways, no, so, like a while ago, I was like, kind of touching up on that, saying that I put off like hanging out with her to watch wrestling, and I felt bad, and I was just all like, dang, like, does wrestling really consume? I'm like, I ain't seen so many matches and stuff of wrestling. I'm like, and I've hung out with her like barely. So that's all. I was like, yeah, the last time around, I was just all like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to miss it. Most likely, they're gonna talk about whatever is going on the very next week. It's not like the show is going to end or cancel, but pretty much what I'm saying. She's not my girlfriend. She's not my wife. She is a good friend of mine. But I still hung out with her. She wasn't in no hospital or nothing. So for your wife to say that she... Did I finish reading this? I didn't finish reading this. But no, just saying what I need to say and things. For her to say that a show is on and she can't visit her sick husband, something is going on. Something is going on. And I set up some private cameras if you need to. But anyways, yeah, I'm like, that's not normal. But okay, so continuing on what he was writing before I kind of had to go on a little rant about this. Because I'm like, that's so stupid. I'm like, not to call your wife stupid or anything, but I'm like, come on, really? You're sick, your husband's sick in the hospital, and you can't go visit him. Like, unless, like I was saying, like, she just can't see you in that state, and she doesn't, like, you know, she's kind of like, you know, it has like an eerie feeling. I probably would ask her and things like, you know, see like, oh, like, has there been like family that was in the hospital and things and you just can't see that? Then if that's the case, I'm like, okay, then I understand. And we could just talk on the phone and things. But like, to be all like, oh no, a TV show is on, I can't see you right now. I'm like, look, I'll call up the cable company and say, shut off all the power in my house right now. All the power. Every last bit of it. From the lights, the front light, the back light, the neighbor's lights, shut off. All the power in the whole area. Okay? Because I'm like, that ain't cool. So, anyways, when it was time for me to discharge, she kept me waiting for 3 hours while she grabbed some lunch with her cousin without letting me know beforehand. Just said, I'll be there in a bit. Are you serious? I have been blowing up her phone. If she is cheating on me, I'm like, yeah, you're going to be hearing your phone a lot. I'm going to run your battery down. I'm like, that's what I am going to do. That is crazy. Wow. To go hang out with her cousin. I'm like, where is your cousin going versus me waiting at the hospital for you to pick me up? Something ain't right with that picture. Something is not right with that picture at all. Because I'm like, that is not normal, okay? I feel like I was like watching wrestling a little bit and I'm like trying to read this. But anyways, back to what he was saying. I feel like she's completely neglecting me here. If there was another way around, I'd be over nightly, you know. Wait, what? If there was another way around, I'd be over nightly, you know. I guess I can understand. I don't know. I'm trying to understand what he's saying. But anyways, even the hospital was far away, but it's 20 minutes from our house. I'm properly pissed off about this. What's your advice for how to move forward? I want to see what some people read or wrote to him because I never read what people be writing to. So the first guy, he said every night was an excuse like too much marketing to do. She's a teacher or there's a show on or that. Your wife is ridiculous. Oh, so there is like responding to that. Your wife is ridiculous. The fact that she is prioritizing a show and her friends over you during your hospital stay says that she does not care about you. Marriage counseling now or split. Yeah, definitely. I was already thinking like, okay, probably split. But no, marriage counseling would probably be a best factor and stuff just to kind of see what's going on and things. But especially a TV show, seriously, you can find almost anything online later if you missed it. That's such a stupid excuse. It is. Thank you. I am so glad that people like they paid attention to that. Like, you put off seeing me in the hospital for a TV show. That's not normal. That is not normal. Then somebody said that's not the behavior of someone who is all in on a marriage. She prioritizes a show and hanging out with friends over your illness. Split now while your son is young. Yeah, people, they want this man to split with her. Because I'm like, that's messed up. And then to have you waiting at the hospital for like 3 hours and stuff talking about, oh, I'm hanging out with my cousin. I'm like, look, I wonder if I still got this app on my phone. I don't think I have this app on my phone anymore. I think I downloaded it on my other phone. I don't have two phones. I meant my like the last phone I had, but no, I'm gonna download app real quick. Cause I just to add like some comedy to this podcast. Cause there's some things I would like to say, but I know for the kids' sake I can't say it. So let me see if it works. Come on, load. No, I don't. Okay, there we go. So to this lady, your cousin, your friends, and your other wait, okay, I messed up. All right, let me go back. All right, let me just go back and say what I'm gonna say. Your friends, your cousin, and your TV shows. All right, because that's not normal to put off not even hanging out, seeing your sick husband, okay, in the hospital. To watch TV shows and hang out with friends. Talking about, oh, I got my mates over. Yeah, that's kind of upsetting. Like I'm not even him, but I'm upset for him if he's not upset. I wonder if I want to save this just to see if he does an update or something. I need to see the other ones for updates too, but yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Yeah, I definitely would go and see a marriage counselor or somebody about that. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you are purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss, and it will knock $20 off your first purchase. So, and that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching and or listening, and peace.